Welcome to Sports Talk.
Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Nick.
I'm Mike.
I'm Noah.
From Top Notch Sports, and today we are going to be going over our first mock draft where we all do it together. I'm sorry, right now we're flying around your screen. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, here we go. So let's start this off. I don't know what order we want to go in. Mike has requested on my screen, I'm the top guy, Noah's the middle guy, and Mike, you are the third guy, which actually puts Mike in a very interesting spot because I feel like I know what's going to happen. So let's start it like this. We're going to do a 3-round mock draft for you guys right now, and we're going to be releasing a few mock drafts today so that you guys have a few different things to look at for the next until the draft arrives, okay? So let's start this right away. I'm on the clock at number 1. The Jacksonville Jaguars are going out, and they are going to select the one, the only, and I actually got to pull this up here a little bit, the one, the only, Trevor Lawrence from Clemson. And now the Jets are on the clock, and Noah, you are up.
Making me pick second now?
Yes.
I guess I'll go with that quarterback guy. Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson from BYU goes number 2 to the New York Jets. Mike, you're up. You're on the clock, man.
So the San Francisco 49ers are now on the clock, and Kyle Shanahan is sitting here thinking, I want a guy that's athletic, and then take Trey Lance out of North Dakota State.
So North Dakota State, Trey Lance goes 3. That's what Mike's been wanting to do for a while. It officially happens in this 1.0 expert mock draft. The 4th overall pick comes up, and I'm Atlanta right now, and I'm saying to myself,
funky here. This could get funky. We don't know what Atlanta's doing. There's really no intel for Atlanta at all.
No.
We've heard Pitts. It's all over the place.
Possible trade down, I mean, I wouldn't be really objective to them trading down, but we're going to sit here and take the best player on the board. We're going to go with tight end from Florida, Kyle Pitts, and pair him up with Julio Jones and Matt Ryan.
I like it.
Noah, you're on the clock now at 5.
To me, if I'm the Bengals, I'm thinking, last year our quarterback tore his ACL. Maybe let's protect him. You get the offensive tackle Penei Sewell, whatever the hell's
I
name.
don't think they're smart enough to do that, but that's the right pick.
Penei Sewell goes at 5, and now the Dolphins are on the clock. Mike, you're up.
They had a quarterback that struggled last year. We know they have lack of weapons offensively. Kyle Pitts off the board, so they're going to go Jamar Chase here.
Jamar Chase from LSU goes to the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to be honest with you. I love this pick right here. I mean, we got a pick with the Detroit Lions where we can really go multiple ways with this. But I truly think that they got to get something going here. They got Jared Goff, right? They got DeAndre Swift now on offense. They lost Kenny Golladay. They lost Marvin Jones. Well, yeah, you know what? They got an option to choose from here. And I'm going to go and take the guy that I would go with here. I'm going with Devonta Smith, who I got ranked as my number 1 wide receiver. Well, my number 2 wide receiver in this year's draft. I got him above Jamar Chase, and I feel like him falling to the Detroit Lions' lap is a perfect pick for them from Alabama. Noah, you're on the clock with the Carolina Panthers.
You just love giving me offensive lineman picks, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Rashawn Slater, top tackle on the board. This team's O-line's terrible.
I love Rashawn Slater. Mike, you're up again.
Now,
this quarterback guy, man.
As we know, Denver just traded for Teddy Bridgewater. But a report came out and said that does not mean they won't take a quarterback. So I'm going to go to typical Denver Bronco pick and take Mac Jones out of Alabama.
Mac Jones from Alabama. That's hey, you know what? If he falls that far, maybe he'll go there. It's a possibility. Now I'm sitting here with the Dallas Cowboys. And look, they need cornerbacks. Mike, you're from the NFC East, right? They need corners, right?
Yes. They need
Here's the thing. I'm going to go with my top-ranked cornerback who is not Patrick Surtain, but we're actually going to scroll down here a little bit. I might have passed him. Maybe not. Maybe I did. I don't know where he's at.
J.C. Horn, Nick?
Nick,
Right here. Yes, it is. South Carolina cornerback J.C. Horn going to the Dallas Cowboys at 10. There's been a lot of connections there. I do have him ranked as my number 1 cornerback in this year's draft.
Very good.
Noah, you're up with the Giants.
Again, this one, if J.C. Horn goes, the Giants are going, okay, we're going to take a wide receiver. They go top of the board. They take Waddle.
Taking Jalen Waddle to pair up with Kenny Golladay and Darius Slayton. I mean, that's an interesting pick right there. Mike, you're there now, man. You got Micah Parsons falling in your lap. Fields,
The
Surtain.
Eagles have not drafted a linebacker in the first round in 40-something years. They're not going to start doing it now. I've read a lot of reports saying that if Fields gets to 12, they're going to consider taking him, but I'm not going to take Fields. I'm going to take Patrick Surtain, cornerback out of Alabama.
Alabama cornerback Patrick Surtain, and now I'm up with a Los Angeles Chargers. Okay, and let me put it this way: I'm gonna take heat from this pick because everyone. This is me. This is my ego getting in the way of things. I'm not a fan of Christian Darrisaw. I think he's one of the worst tackles in this draft. A lot of people are saying he's great. I disagree 100%. Don't be surprised if they go with Darrisaw. But I'm going to go down here a little bit. I'm going to say, no, we got to protect Herbert. It's not Alex Leatherwood either. I don't like him either. And Tevin Jenkins is a really good option. And
I like Tevin Jenkins.
You know, I would almost go with man, I'm the big
Tevin Jenkins.
All right, no, we're not going Tevin. We're going down a little bit farther. This might sound crazy, but we're going to go with the guy that I really think, and it's not Samuel Cosme, it's Liam Eichenberg. This guy is an absolute stud pass blocker. If you want to protect Justin Herbert, especially a pass blocking tackle, this guy can do a little bit of both. Not this humongous, crazy, athletic, powerful guy, but he's a really good run and pass blocker. I would lean towards his pass blocking. I'm a fan of Liam Eichenberg.
That puts Minnesota on the clock for you, Hugh. They would they need linemen. They need interior offensive line.
After Eichenberg goes there, kind of throws a wrench in everything. That's what I would have expected to happen. I'm gonna go with Elijah Vera Tucker.
Yeah, good pick.
Absolutely. Look, he is the best interior lineman, and there's a lot of reports that he can play tackle too now.
No,
Mike, you're up with the New England Patriots.
All right, so the New England Patriots are going to take Justin Fields. Whether it be at this pick or whether it be they move up and take Justin Fields, we can't trade in this. I said the same thing in my mock draft. I think Justin Fields falls with the Patriots.
That could be the pick. I mean, think about this. Cam Newton literally helped teach Justin Fields a long time ago. Imagine them both ending up on the same team. I think that is honestly crazy, but I mean, it's definitely possible. I mean, the times that we're living in nowadays are very interesting, and that puts me on the clock with the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm sitting here right now, and I'm like, holy crap. I mean, with cornerback, maybe they pull the trigger on a guy that could probably be a top 5 pick in the NFL draft with Caleb Farley. But there's a guy that is falling down boards right now, and I'm not going to let him fall down anymore. That's Micah Parsons from Penn State. I'm going to take him right here before the Raiders are up, and I'm going to take the linebacker from Penn State.
To Arizona?
Yeah. Noah, go ahead.
I think they go secondary before that, but that's your opinion.
They need a linebacker. They lost Hassan Reddick. They don't have him anymore.
Yeah, they lost. And they got Simmons. They took Simmons.
They do got middle line. Yeah, but I mean, Micah Parsons, you have him off the edge, and you had him an outside linebacker, middle linebacker.
Parsons can he can play many positions on it.
You're right. He's the most versatile guy, and at that point, he's probably the most for-sure pick left here. I mean, again, you can go with a cornerback, but Caleb Farley is a guy that you really got to be careful with the back concerns. Noah, go ahead. You're up. The Raiders.
I think the Raiders address their biggest weakness and take Christian Barmore from Alabama.
Christian Barmore from Alabama, interior defensive lineman. Mike, you're back on the board here with the Miami Dolphins.
All right, so now this is where we're going to throw a wrench into things because people are probably thinking Kwity Paye out of Michigan. Nope. Miami Dolphins are going to take Najee Harris. Like me and Nick said they should have taken last year at the running back position. They're going to take Najee Harris here.
I agree. 100%. That's what I was telling Noah. Now that puts us swinging things for later on when we got the draft. Now we're back up to the Washington football team. And yeah, this team is a interesting team here to say the least. Okay. Who's your quarterback right now?
Fitzpatrick.
Magic.
Look, we're looking here.
Super Bowl winner.
I still got my number one, if I'm not mistaken, number one linebacker still on the board here. And this team, honestly, needs a linebacker. We're going to go with my number one linebacker here. We're going to take Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from Notre Dame. This kid is an absolute unit.
I have
And
him going there in my mock draft.
if you want a guy that can cover the field in the running and pass game, he's a guy. He lays out people. He's my number one linebacker coming out of this year in the draft. Noah, you're up.
I think right now the Bears are just thinking in their heads, how did so many great tackles fall to us?
Yeah.
They're gonna take Dorsal.
No, they're taking Leatherwood.
You're going with Alex Leatherwood. Hey, it's a
They
pick.
want the Power 5 guy.
Dorsal is falling down boards pretty quickly here. Mike, now you're up with Indianapolis.
Colts are gonna take Dorsal.
Colts are gonna just go out and take Dorsal, and there you go.
Got a no tackle need, so go get one.
Now
Dropped.
you got the Tennessee Titans here, who are sitting here and they're like, yeah, you know what? There's a bunch of things that we can do, but the one thing that we must address, well, not that we must address, but one thing that I want to address, because we lost on Adoree Jackson, we're going to take the best cornerback in this draft, probably if he was healthy. We're going to take a shot in the dark here. We're going to take Caleb Farley from Virginia Tech. We're going to roll the dice here. There's no way this guy would ever fall to 22 if there wasn't the concerns. We're going to take a stab at Caleb Farley. Back-to-back Virginia Tech players going off the board, and Noah, you're up with the New York Jets.
I think the Jets grab Travis Etienne.
Travis Etienne.
Really?
I
like it.
I've heard a lot about them liking him.
And the next team would probably take him if they don't.
So the Pittsburgh Steelers, they just sat there and they watched their player just go and their dreams were crushed. So they're gonna address the offensive line and take Tevin Jenkins out of Oklahoma State.
And that's a phenomenal pick. I mean, this late in the draft to get Tevin Jenkins, that's a shocker. Okay, and now I'm up with the Jaguars and like son of a damn bitch bastard. Really, I mean, they just lost out on Tevin Jenkins. They were one pick away from that. Hey, the Jets stole the Steelers guy. The Steelers steals the Jaguars guys, and now the Jaguars sitting here like, what are we gonna do here? And they got a few needs too. I mean, offensive tackle, wide receiver. What are they gonna do? Well, we go down the line here, and I'm gonna say this right now. Okay, they got a guy named Trevor Lawrence that's going to want another weapon. And I'm going to go right now, and I'm going to actually take Rashad Bateman, who I think is a phenomenal receiver. You pair him up with DJ Chark and Laviska Shenault, and this team's weapons now are really deadly. And Lawrence is not upset with this at all.
Aaron Rodgers is upset because he wants Bateman.
Exactly. Noah, go ahead.
I mean, if I'm Cleveland right now, I'll take Kwity Paye.
Kwity Paye is coming off the board. Run stuffing guy.
I know this is the same situation, Nick. The Baltimore Ravens are now on the clock. Lamar Jackson has never really had anybody to throw to. Now it's just whoever fits the scheme. Who do they want at this position? I'm a huge fan of Elijah Moore from Ole Miss. We've seen Ole Miss receivers tear it up in this league for the last couple of years, and DK Metcalf and A.J. Brown. They're going to go Elijah Moore.
And I think right now that the Saints are like, son of a crap. That was going to be their guy with the next pick. But now since he's off the board, now they got to do some searching here. I mean, they got options, in my opinion at least, and they're thinking, what are we going to do? And you look at their needs. They're going to need a cornerback, a wide receiver, edge. Look, you need to help your quarterback. Okay, you really do got to help your quarterback because it's Jameis Winston, and right now they got Michael Thomas, yes. They got Alvin Kamara, yes. But they're going to take Kadarius Toney right here from Florida, an extremely good route runner. You pair him up with Michael Thomas, and that's really going to help Jameis Winston. And then, Noah, you are now up with the Green Bay Packers, who just got their guy taken off the board.
Their guy's gone. They're like, okay, let's improve on Kevin King after he kind of cost us the playoffs last year. They take Newsome.
It's a good pick. Aaron Rodgers right now just spiking something on the ground because yet again.
Newsom's not happy. Hey, let me tell you something about Greg Newsome real fast. I mean, Rodgers ain't happy. Newsome is a phenomenal talent. Guy has never finished a single college season. His health is a huge concern. He's very talented. It's just, can he last in the NFL? And there you go, going to Green Bay. Mike, you're up.
So the Bills, we know the Bills have a need at running back, but they're not going to take a running back here. It's incredibly too early, especially with the top two off the board. They need a corner. Their corner just went. So I think they're going to go with edge Jalen Phillips from Miami because they need somebody on that line.
Their D
Absolutely.
line's old.
Yeah. And they
Struggle.
drafted what's his face last year, AJ Epinesa, and now they pair up Jalen Phillips, who was a number 1 ranked high school athlete coming out in the country. And then he had to get medically retired in college. And now he comes out and he played last year and he looked phenomenal. He looked pretty dang good. So that's why he's fallen that far. He could be an extremely good talent for the Buffalo Bills. And now we're here with the Ravens again. And just a little bit ago, we got our wide receiver. Okay, we got our wide receiver. And now we're looking and we're saying, what else does this team need? And Mike just took one of the things that they kind of need. Okay, and the other thing that they kind of need, as you see here, is an offensive tackle. Well, let's just scroll down a little bit. We got Samuel Cosme, who, I mean, he's an interesting guy. Because, again, thinking about who just left, does everyone remember Orlando Brown? Right,
Yep.
so they got to repair this need, and that's what they're going to do here with this pick. They're going to take Samuel Cosme, who's another pretty dang good offensive tackle. I don't have him ranked as high as I have somebody else ranked, but I feel like this is a right fit here for the Baltimore Ravens. And Noah's now on the clock with the Tampa Bay.
Said it again.
Turned out,
What's that? Yeah, Samuel Cosme. Yep.
turned out the first round. I mean, the Buccaneers looking, they're like, we just re-signed Antonio Brown. We got our other 2 guys. We don't really need a receiver, like this says right now for some reason.
Going edge.
Yeah.
You go edge, you take Aziz Ojulari.
Aziz. It's a good pick.
Hey,
It's a good
another
pick.
good pick. Mike, you're up.
All right, now this puts Jacksonville on the clock. Now, this is a big pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I actually believe I have this guy going here in my mock draft in the first round. We're in the second round now, though, but they're going to take Trayvon Moehrig, safety out of TCU.
Absolutely. Hey, that's a pretty dang good pick right there. Getting Trayvon Moehrig from TCU. Just got done with my safety video. He's my number 1 ranked safety coming out. Get him in the second round. That's a great pick. Fell out of the first. I mean, right now, let's just do a recap real fast of people that fell out of the first round. You got the quarterbacks in Davis Mills, Kellen Mond, Kyle Trask, Jamie Newman. Okay, you go to running back,
Great group.
Javonte Williams, Michael Carter, Kenneth Gainwell, Trey Sermon, and a few of these other guys that you see down here. I know all of them. I'm just not going to read them all. Terrace Marshall, Rondale Moore, Amari Rodgers, Diami Brown, right? Nico Collins, Dwayne Eskridge. All right, you go to tight ends, Pat Fryermuth, Tommy Tremble, Brevin Jordan. You go to the offensive tackle position, Dylan Radduns, Brady Christensen, Jalen Mayfield, Jackson Carman, and Spencer Brown. You go to interior linemen, a lot of interior, Landon Dickerson, Creed Humphrey, Wyatt Davis, along the lines with Quinn. I did not scout this kid, I'll be honest with you. But Josh Myers, Ben Cleveland, and Trey Smith. We go to interior defensive linemen real fast. Levi, Davon Nixon, Milton Williams. Let's go to the edge real fast. Joe Tryon, Jason Oweh, Carlo Basham, Peyton Turner. Let's go to linebacker real fast. Jamin Davis, Zaven Collins, Baron Browning, Nick Bolton, along the lines with Jabril Cox and Pete Warner. Then we're going to go down to cornerback real fast. Eric Stokes, Kelvin Joseph, Aaron Robinson, Asante Samuel Jr., Elijah Molden. And last but not least, the safety position. We just took one just a pick ago on Trayvon Moehrig, and now we still got Javon Holland, Jamor Johnson, Richie Grant, and that's all I'm going to name for now. Okay, we're back here now. Round 2, first pick was taken off the board, and the first safety off the board with Trayvon Moehrig. We're looking right now with the New York Jets, and they did get their quarterback. They got their running back. Their offense is looking pretty good. They got Galladay, they got Etienne, they got Zach Wilson. Okay, so they're looking pretty good there. I'm going to take my absolute steal of a cornerback here, who I got ranked as one of my top cornerbacks in the draft. I feel like he has an upside of anybody. Runs a 4.3. Stick with the fast guys. Swat down balls with the big guys. And Eric Stokes from Georgia. I feel like this kid can be a stud. They pair him up with someone like Bryce Hall from last year's draft. The Jets are looking really good. I'm liking what they're doing here.
Young corners.
Yeah.
We're going to have to learn, but I like it. Learn
I do
toughness.
too. Noah, you're up. You take the Falcons. They got Pitts.
I think they go with Jason Oweh out of Penn State.
Jason Oweh from Penn State coming off the board, edge. And now Mike's up on the clock with the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm up with the Dolphins. It's getting harder. A lot of guys are going. I think they go Zaven Collins, linebacker from Tulsa.
Absolutely. And you look at their draft that they had so
Yeah,
far, if I'm not mistaken. They got Harris, right, and Chase, and now they're taking
That's
Zavon
offense, I
Collins.
think, defense. Yep.
Yep, absolutely. All right, and now we're here with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, the Eagles are a team that interests me a lot. They got Patrick Surtain in the first round, and now they're sitting here and they're saying to themselves, well, we still need a wide receiver. And we looked at a few of these guys, and it's interesting because I don't want to make the wrong pick here for the Eagles, but I'm going to be honest with you. I sit here and I say to myself, they got the fast guy last year, which I'm not taking another gadget guy, okay? And they got their big guy, I guess, if you still consider Greg Ward their guy, right, Mike? Is he still? I mean, he's still considered a pretty dang decent wide receiver for this team, correct?
Yeah, but Greg Ward is not a big man.
I'm sorry, but he's an outside receiver, correct? Or does he play slot?
He does a little bit of everything, but I would not list Greg Ward as. Greg Ward is not going to change what receiver they go with.
You're right. But for me personally, I'm going to go out and I'm going to take a guy that I feel like the guy runs a 4.39. The guy's 6 foot tall. The guy's a speed demon. He's a good route runner. He can catch contested balls. You know what? Eagles fans might be booing the pick, but I'm absolutely cheering. I'm going with Teal Wallace from Oklahoma State. Listen, I got this guy ranked as my number 1 wide receiver in this year's draft, and people are going to call me crazy, but I'm telling you right now, this guy is an absolutely phenomenal receiver. I would take him over Rondale Moore. I would take him over Amari. I'm taking this guy over most of the guys that we took in the first round. I'm a huge fan of this guy, and I feel like the Eagles finally adjust their wide receiver position and take a guy that's good. And Noah, you're up now with the Cincinnati Bengals.
The Bengals are going with the same position and are saying you're taking Terrence Marshall Jr., trying to figure out why the Eagles didn't take him.
I'm telling you why they didn't take him. Hey, you know what? They pair up their buddy, Terrence Marshall from LSU with Joe Burrow. I mean, that's not a bad pick there at all. Go ahead, Mike. You're the Panthers.
All right, well, the Panthers are now on the clock. I think the Panthers' offense is solid. Maybe they can use an offensive lineman, offensive tackle, but right now, if they took one now, I think they'd be stretching. So I think the Panthers are looking, and they're going to take Asante Samuel Jr., cornerback out of Florida State.
There you go. So again, maybe a scheme fit there. We'll have to wait and see. That's a decent pick. And again, we're getting to the nitty gritty here. And now we got the Denver Broncos up. They took their quarterback in the first round. I'm pretty sure it was Mac Jones. Okay. They got a really good offense. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So now we're sitting here and we see a few guys here. And I'm going to go with the one position that they're really weak at, which is linebacker. I'm going to go with Jamin Davis from Kentucky. This guy is solid.
It's a good pick this week.
Oh, yeah, he's absolutely solid. He's going to be a solid piece for this team if they can get him in the second round. And now, Noah, you're up in the second round with the Detroit Lions.
Detroit.
I think we go with Baron Browning.
Baron Browning, middle linebacker from Oklahoma.
No, Ohio State.
Iowa State. I mean, sorry. Ohio. I'm sorry.
A lot of the positions that team really needs are not looking their best right now. Like, we just saw runs on tackles and receivers, and they're kind of just like, that guy.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, that could be what they do. I don't know. All right, now we're sitting here now.
Right? Giants are sitting here. They're like, where have we been struggling? Where do we struggle? We struggle on the offensive line. So they're going to go Landon Dickerson, and that's the steal, absolute steal this late, in my opinion, to take Landon Dickerson with that pick.
Absolutely. He's my number 1 interior, center, and he's my number 2 interior lineman in the draft. That's
he can do a lot. He can play center. He can play guard for you. I think the Giants offensive line currently constructed, they know they're going to struggle. So I say, why not?
Now the Niners are back up. They got Trey Lance earlier. They got a decent Kyle Shanahan's fine with that offense, but now you look at the defense and you say, what are we going to do here? Maybe an interior lineman. Maybe we see back-to-back interior linemen go. We're just going to take a look real fast at what we got here. They says they need an edge. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Did they lose? They lost down to the Forest. No, wait. Who did they lose? They lost one of the big guy in the middle. I thought they have it. No, but they got Kinlaw back. I'm sorry. So they do need an edge. I'm pretty sure they need an edge again. And I'm looking here and I'm saying to myself, look, this order is interesting. I don't agree with it at all. I mean, you see Joe Tryon, you see Basham. You got my number 1 guy in Ronnie Perkins here. But I'm going to go with a freak of nature here in Gregory Russo, who kind of fits the mold of that Niners defense. Big, tall guys. I mean, Buckners and Eric Armsteads and Javon. If you bring in Gregory Russo, a guy that's 6'5", I'm pretty sure 240 pounds in here, that's a solid pick for this team. So Gregory Russo has a lot of stuff that you can't teach, and one of them is his physicals. And I'm going to go with Gregory Russo there to the Niners.
I like it.
Noah, you're up with Dallas.
A couple of months ago, he was projected a first-round pick.
Exactly.
He just dropped tremendously.
Noah,
I think
who you go
Dallas
with
goes
here?
with another edge defender. I say they go with Basham.
Carlos Basham from Wake Forest. All
Basham.
right.
Hold on. Let me just click that.
Yep.
All right, so
Mike's gonna be up with the Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock. What they address? They addressed the quarterback position. They took a safety, took a receiver, and they want to help Trevor Lawrence even more. They go Javonte Williams, running back from North Carolina.
I mean, this is getting interesting now. I mean, this guy. They're really padding everything they can for this guy. Hey, that's it.
For some reason, I thought what's his name had a great year this year, but they don't have trust in him. So
James Robinson.
They've made it clear that they are looking to upgrade at the running back position. Me and Nick, right? Nick, you were a big fan of what James Robinson did this year too.
Yeah, I mean he did pretty dang good.
Hold on him. So
unfortunately, we are running to the end of the Zoom call, which is very unfortunate. But we're gonna keep it. We're gonna go until it ends. We're gonna save it, and then we're gonna come back at the end. So we're gonna just try to hurry this up a little bit. Here we go with the New England Patriots. We took our quarterback in the first round. Look, they need a wide receiver. I'm going to be honest. They got Nelson Aguilar. They got Kendrick Bourne. They got really good tight ends. We're going to go here, and they're going to take their guy to fill in a slot position. We're going to go with Rondale Moore here, and they're just laughing right now. They're going to use this guy in so many ways. I think that Rondale Moore is going to be a special talent here in New England. And Noah, you're up with the Chargers.
I think we finally see this guy who's just been sitting up here for almost 20 picks as like the top rated guy on this board. I think Joe Tryon finally gets drafted.
I feel like you're just trading the top guys off the board. Mike,
I took
you're
an
up
edge
with the
guy
Raiders.
pick before
All
that.
right, listen,
Who was lower.
we know the Raiders' offensive line is a concern right now, but Derek Carr wants another guy to throw to. I mean, I think you got to finally give this guy something to work with on the offensive side of the ball. And they're going to give him Diami Brown from North Carolina.
Diami Brown from North Carolina. I mean, give him another playmaker. Defense is still crappy, but I mean, give these guys something to work with, I guess. That's what we're going with. Look, we got the Arizona Cardinals, okay? And right now you look and you say, we took a linebacker in the first round, and everyone thought it was nuts. I'm pretty sure, I think it was Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I'm pretty sure I took in the first round.
Didn't you take Parsons?
Or was it, did he fall that far?
Yeah, you took Parsons.
Wow. What? You're right. I did take part. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. Now they're sitting here. They're saying to themselves, all right, look, we took our linebacker. Let's address that cornerback need. And look, this year there's a lot of good cornerbacks. I'm going to go with Kelvin Joseph from Kentucky. This guy's a long, lengthy guy, can play man and zone systems, schemes. I'm a fan of Kelvin Joseph. The only other pick I would honestly consider here is Paulson Adebo, to be honest. But or Sean Wade. I know he fell down on a lot of people's board, but we're going to go Kelvin Joseph from
Real
Kentucky.
question: any relation to Carl?
No relation to Carl. Although, I don't know if you guys know this, but down here, Rodarius Williams is the brother of Greedy Williams. Not as good at all, but he is a brother. All right, Noah, you're up.
You got the Dolphins up. They've already taken a receiver, a running back, and a linebacker. This team's filled in a lot of their holes. They're heading to the edge. You need someone to pass rush because I can't name a D-lineman on that team.
You love edges, man. You love taking edges.
Linemen and edges.
I'm just getting teams that need them back to back to back. What do you expect me to say? I think they go with Osai out of Texas.
Joseph Osai. Listen, this guy, let me tell you something about Joseph Osai. This guy is one of the most versatile players in the draft. Linebacker, edge, can play, anywhere. I've seen him even line up in the interior defensive lineman. So he could be a guy that they can really work with here.
So we got the Washington football team. They need an offensive tackle. I think they go Dylan Ray Duns out of North Dakota State.
He's one of, I think he's my third or fourth best offensive tackle in the draft.
These North Dakota State players, they just don't get the looks that the rest of these guys get.
All right, look, considering the Washington football team did not address the position, I'm going to go out of my way here and I'm going to address the position because this guy just fell into my lap and I'm going to go with him. I'm going to go with quarterback from Texas A&M, Kellen Mond in the second round. I feel like this guy, in my opinion, you guys know me, I'm high on this kid. I got first round talent on him. I'm shocked that he fell this far. I'm going with Kellen Mond here, and Davis Mills will be sitting there waiting to be picked. Noah, you're up.
Okay. I think we finally see another safety go.
Holland.
The Titans take Javon Holland.
I like Javon Holland.
Hey, A lot higher than him now than I was before. A lot higher after I did my.
The great playmaker, Jalen Holland.
Yes, no, he is. I agree with that.
All right, so that puts
the Colts
on the clock. I forget who I took with the first pick though. Hold
on. They got a tackle in their first pick.
Took an offensive tackle.
Yeah, you took Kristen Dorisol. I think you actually had the pick.
Okay, so they probably want to give Carson somebody else to throw to. So we're going to go Amari Rodgers, wide receiver out of Clemson.
There you go. I mean, again, and how much longer, honestly, is T.Y. Hilton to be running around for?
Got to get somebody else, somebody young, some fresh legs in there alongside Michael Pittman.
All right, now, Noah, I look, we got two positions here with the Steelers, running back or cornerback. And for me, I'm looking at both. I'm sorry, I got a message. Let me close that out real fast. Look, I'm looking at both positions wisely here. I'm looking at the cornerbacks, and to be honest with you, there's just not too many guys I can really see fitting here. A few of them for sure, but I'm not. I'm debating. I'm going back and forward, but I'm gonna go probably running back. I'm just trying to think of what kind of running back they would want here. Oh man, this is an interesting running back class here for sure. Let me go and grab my paper real fast. See what I got written down. I don't know who I would go with here, to be honest with you guys.
Javon Hawkins.
I like Javion Hawkins. I just don't know if he's the fit for the. I don't know if he's the guy. I mean,
well,
let me just look.
There's 100 of them out there.
There is 100 of them out there. I just see them go with Carter. I just see them go with Gainwell, but I
like Javon.
I like Javon Hawkins, but they might be able to wait on him. I'll be honest with you. Like, seriously?
I don't think they need one right here, Nick. This is early.
I know, but who else are they going to go? I mean, unless I might pull it. No, I'm gonna go with Paulson Adebo, who was a former first-round pick. It was all over him. This guy right here, he was supposed to be a first-round pick. Paulson Adebo, he didn't play last year that much, and that made him kind of lose a draft stock. I'm gonna go with Paulson Adebo here, who I honestly think is a pretty dang good cornerback, and they're going to fill in a need. The only other option I would honestly choose there for cornerback would have honestly been the man named Sean Wade, who I'm a big fan of from Ohio State, but I'm going to go with that need there, and we're going to fill it in for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I mean, if I was speaking for the Steelers, I probably would have gone O-line. Again,
I would have went Creed Humphrey.
Who did we take in the first round?
They took a tackle. I can't remember which one.
So they could have went with offensive line again. Interior for that matter, but
yeah,
that guy.
I would have went Creed Humphrey.
Creed Humphrey just sat here just long enough.
Real fast. Like you got something in the offensive line. You got some pieces that you got Kevin Dotson, like you were saying. Who's your starting cornerbacks right now besides what's his face?
It's
you can't even think.
What time? How much time is left in this Zoom?
We got 2 minutes. Let's try to get done with the second round, and then we'll go right back.
Joe Hayden, and then.
I know
I'm trying to think because Justin Lane just got arrested, so I'm not really sure what's going on there.
So there you go. You take your guy in the second round. Go ahead. You're up with the Seattle Seahawks.
They're taking Creed Humphrey.
Creed Humphrey. I mean, again, that's a solid pick for this team, right? They need linemen in general, so they're going to go with Creed Humphrey. And now we're at the Rams, who also kind of need a lineman. Mike, what do you go with here?
The Rams do need a lineman. I'm going to take Brady, the kid from BYU.
Christensen. Yep.
It's Christensen, I think.
Yep, that's what it is. All right, here we go. Now we're with the Kansas City Chiefs. Look.
It says wide receiver is number one need.
Well, honestly, it probably honestly is now. I mean, you think about it. What else do they? I mean, defense for sure. Defense and interior off. Well, no, honestly, I mean, unless they're really steady on doing Lucas Niang on the outside, it's possible.
This team's number one need is a linebacker.
Linebacker is definitely a need for sure. I look at it both ways. I'm looking down the line here. Let's see. Timeout. Yeah, know what? They're going to do something that I think is extremely smart. They're going to go and they're going to take a guy, Dylan Moses from Alabama, who has injury prone, but when he's on the field, this guy's an all-star. He was going to be a first-round pick last year, didn't declare, and fell now all the way down here. Listen, this guy's first-round talent ran all over him. I know that the homeboy Nick Bolton's there, but I'm just not going to go with it. The Browns are. Let's make this the last pick. Noah, go ahead, and then we'll be right back.
The guy, the DT from Washington. I'm not going to try Levi.
Yep, that's fine.
I'm not trying to say that.
All right, here we go. We're right back to where we were. Mike, Noah just picked Levi, and Mike, you're up now with the New Orleans Saints.
The Saints have a need. They need somebody alongside Marshawn Lattimore, so they're going to go Sean Wade, cornerback out of Ohio State.
I like him. I like it. Listen, he fell down the boards, but I like Sean Wade a lot personally. Physical cornerback, plays a zone scheme, really good. Physical zone, off corner, zone, not press corner, which is good. All right, here we go. Buffalo Bills. I'm up. Look, we have waited way too long for them not to make the pick. It's time. They're going to finally try to get their running back. And I don't know who I want here, actually. I don't like Trey Sermon. Michael Carter was a split load guy with Javonte Williams. Ramondre Stevenson was the guy, which is nice to know that he's actually the guy.
Big guy, but I don't think the Bills go with him.
You're right. You know, I still got some guys I really like way down here. I mean, for the love of goodness, Elijah Mitchell, this kid is an absolute unit, but I'm not going to take him. And I got another guy probably even way farther down here somewhere.
Yeah, but if you're going to pick like the Bills, you're going to pick a guy that's not an every down back because they do it every year. So they'd probably take Michael.
I know. I'm just trying to see where the hell even is that guy? Is that guy even here? Jarrett Patterson from Buffalo, like this kid too. But we're going to try to take someone off the top. We're going to go. What's that?
I don't think Jarrett Patterson's a good runner. Like, yeah, the dude punches it in the end zone. I don't think he has pull away speed. I don't think he has good.
No, I don't think he has pull away speed. But he's shifty. He's a shifty guy that can find the end zone. We're gonna go here and we're gonna take. Goodness gracious. I would like to take Hawkins, but we're gonna go with Carter. They're gonna go and take Carter.
Yeah,
I don't know. You know, he doesn't have a lot of, which again, not having a huge workload in college is honestly kind of a good thing. It means that they're not really tired going into the NFL. So they're gonna go with Carter there, and they're gonna see how he plays out.
Carter's a guy that could do a little bit of everything. He'll fit with the touchdown on the Bills, I think.
He will. I think so too. Noah, you're up.
Aaron Rodgers finally gets the protection he needs after they got lost Blog.
And they're still not taking a wide receiver. But go ahead.
Nope. They say, you don't need weapons. You have Devontae Adams. And they take Jackson Carman.
Jackson Carman from Clemson. All right. All right. So we're looking here right now. Mike, where are you going with this? You have the Chiefs back up. They took their sleeper last round in what's his face? Dylan Moses. Who are they going with now?
Dude, I just can't get over how upset Aaron Rodgers is right now.
I know.
Aaron Rodgers is very upset. Hold on, let me look at my own.
I mean, think about what they did to him last year. Last year they drafted a backup they drafted a backup running back in his replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so the Chiefs are on the clock. Dylan Moses went last pick, so the linebacker need. They probably still have one, but we're gonna go Wyatt Davis.
Wyatt Davis interior. Hey, good pick. Good pick.
I thought about it, but that seems like a good value here.
All right, now I got the team that literally needs absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna say we're gonna go back to back here. We're gonna go with another interior offensive line. I just want to make sure that I'm not taking. I'm gonna go with my third best interior offensive lineman on the board, and I'm gonna go with Ben Cleveland from Georgia. This guy is an absolute powerhouse. This guy's huge. He's a big guy. I like him a lot. We're going to go with Ben Cleveland.
I like that pick.
Try to protect the interior of Tom Brady. Noah, you're up with the Jags, man. We've addressed the Jags a lot.
The Jags got a lot of picks. They got a lot of needs filled in. And it's time they add a corner. Aaron Robinson.
Robinson. A little bit of a smaller guy. He can pair up with maybe C.J. Henderson. We'll see what happens with that. I mean, there you go. Interesting pick there. Right? Filling in the needs. Now, Mike, you're up with the Jets now. They got Travis. They got Zach Wilson. Last round, they got, if I'm not mistaken, I took one of my favorite corners, Eric Stokes.
Yep.
Who do they go with now?
I think they address defense again. I think they go Jabril Cox, linebacker out of LSU.
Great pick. Another guy that.
I'm a fan of these LSU linebackers these last couple years.
Yeah. All right, I'm up now with the Houston Texans. Woo! Woo! I can't go wrong with a pick here, can I? I don't think so. I'm going to take my number 1 edge defender in this year's draft. And I'm going to go Ronnie Perkins. Oh, look.
Oklahoma.
I'm going to take the best guy on the board that's left and that I truly feel like is the best edge rusher in this year's draft. This guy can get after the passer. This guy can stop the run. He's just a monster in my opinion. I'm going to go Ronnie Perkins here, and we're going to take it from Oklahoma. And that puts now the Atlanta Falcons on the clock.
And they're already booing, the Falcons fans.
Everyone's awaiting a pick.
Oh, yeah, that's me. They decide it makes perfect sense to finally get a replacement for Matt Ryan. And where to do that but the 3rd round?
Trask.
Davis Mills.
Davis Mills.
They're going off the smart guy.
Stanford, the smart guy.
Yep. Hey, I like that. He kind of reminds me of a little bit of a Matt
I don't mind that pick.
guy. All right, Mike, you're up now.
Now, listen, the Bengals. The Bengals are a weird team. And I think we can all agree. And I think they want to get a guy that can do a guy that I think is good but raw, and I think he wasn't used well where he attended college. And that's Tommy Tremble, tight end out of Notre Dame. I think he's got the build. I think he's got the speed. I just don't think Notre Dame featured him. I want to see him with Joe Burrow in the Bengals offense.
I agree. He's one of the, if not me, listen, you want to talk about a guy we talked about, I was telling Noah, George Kittle-esque. I mean, a guy that can block like crazy, and I feel he has the speed.
That's all he did. But
You're right.
The ability. I can see by watching him.
Oh, absolutely.
He can move, and he's athletic. He can catch. I want to see him featured. So
I 100% agree with you. There's no disagreement here. I think that Tommy Tremble has the upside to be the best. Well, how do you phrase that? I feel like he could very well be. I mean, all around, I think he is better than. I mean, if he can add a receiving game, he'll be better than Kyle Pitts all around. I know he kind of reminds me of T.J. Hawkinson in a sense, a little bit less of a receiver, but a better blocker. No, I mean, I'm up on the clock. I got the Eagles again. Damn, I'm drafting for the Eagles here. Well, look, Mike, what position here do you want?
In the 3rd round.
I mean, Dallas Goedert. I mean, is he the guy?
I mean, right now he is. But
safety, linebacker. I mean, I could definitely go with a linebacker or safety.
I mean, right now you see Nick Bolton drop this far. I mean, it would make sense to take him here, but who knows what the Eagles will do.
How about a safety? Do you guys need a safety? Because I got a kid that I really like.
Need every position.
Do you guys need a true coverage safety?
They need every position, Nick.
Well, but do you want a guy that's going to lay the boom, or do you want like a former cornerback that you can cover like crazy?
Take the guy that can light up. I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of his name right now. Take him.
A guy that can hit hard?
Yep.
Gotta grab my notes real fast. Where the hell is it?
The dude from
Andres. Well, look, there's a few guys here. Andre Cisco's one of them, huh?
Homson, Nasser.
Philadine's a buck. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go with Homson. Know why we're gonna go with Homson? Listen, here's what Homson can do. He's that safety linebacker hybrid. And I just said, what do the Eagles need? Do they need a linebacker or safety? Well, this guy can play both. Not a great coverage safety, but can definitely play that linebacker position. We're going to go with Homson and Steelers. I do like that pick, actually, more I think about it. Go ahead. Oh, you're up.
No, I'm up now?
Yeah. That's how it works.
It's been the same order all night.
Nicholas, I don't need your sass.
That was Mike.
Hey, how can
I
you?
don't care. It's Nick's ball. I think they go with Jalen Mayfield.
Okay. Mayfield goes. I mean, one of the best guys still remaining on the board. Good pick. All right, here we go now. We got the Lions up.
The Lions are all set to take Jalen Mayfield. So now we got to look down the board a little bit. We were ready to pull the trigger on him. I mean, I think the Lions, honestly, I think we should trade out of this pick. No, we're going to go with one of the best players on the board, and Nick Bolton here.
All right, linebacker Nick Bolton from Missouri, good run stuffer. Look, now I'm the Carolina Panthers, and I'm saying we got an offensive tackle on Rashawn Slater. We got a cornerback. I forget what cornerback we got drafted here. Asante Samuel Jr., okay? So right now we're looking and we're saying to ourselves, hey, we got to get Sam Darnold, a guy that we throw the ball to. And know that guy's going to be? It's going to be Pat Freiermuth from Penn State. This guy's a big guy, a little bit slower, but this guy is a big guy that People call him Baby Grunk. I mean, he's slow like him. He kind of reminds me of him, but I'm not going to say he's the next Gronkowski. No way. All right, Noah, you're up. The Washington football team.
Football team. Woo. Jamar Johnson.
Jamar Johnson, safety. And this is a guy that can cover like a corner, plays the safety position now, a little bit on the slower end, but
right.
he's phenomenal.
I think Dallas falls in the footsteps of the last couple picks, and they go tight end themselves. They go Braven Jordan from Miami.
There you go. Brevin Jordan, a little bit of a quicker guy. You got to like the pick. Now my New York, well, I'm a Giants fan, but I love Giants. I love Joe Judge. Look, you got your interior lineman. You got your wide receiver. I'm pretty sure Noah had who getting drafted here early in this thing. Jalen Waddle. And then later on, we drafted Landon Dickerson. So we got interior lineman. We got Jalen Waddle. And now we're sitting here saying, well, look, we're going to try to take one of the better guys on the board here. And the issue is that when I look at the two positions that they need, an edge and linebacker, I look at edge, and it's like, okay, yeah, these guys are all right. I'm not a huge fan of any of these guys, to be honest with you. I am a fan of one of them, and that would probably be my pick. And then we look at linebacker real fast, and I'm a fan of Pete Warner. And that's honestly really kind of it. I'm not a fan of really anybody else here. So we're gonna go with my edge guy here that I think that's the best guy still on the board with Quincy Rochet from Miami. This guy, good edge rusher, can stop the run in the pass game. I feel like that he would be a nice, decent pick here for the New York Giants. And now we got the Los Angeles Chargers.
I like those Miami pass rushers.
Jalen Phillips and him both. They're both pretty dang good.
There's good pedigree there, so that's a good pick.
Yep. Noah, Chargers. You got Dorsal. You got somebody else. Joe Tryon, last pick. You picked the edge. Where do we go with now?
To the secondary. Elijah Molden.
Corner. Good pick there. All right. So we're seeing things. Now we got the Minnesota Vikings.
All right. So the Vikings are on the clock, and the Vikings are sitting there and looking at a guy that was supposed to go 47 and has fallen as far. Peyton Turner, edge from Houston.
Yep. Hey, that's a decent pick. Now look at this. I'm picking from my own Raiders. Look, we addressed interior defensive lineman. We addressed a wide receiver, but yet our biggest need is still out here. And look, I'm not a fan of this guy. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not a fan of this guy really at all. Well, I'm a decent fan, but we still need the position. And knowing that John Gruden drafted a 6'8" left tackle, I feel like we're going to draft a 6'9" right tackle in Spencer Brown from Northern Iowa. And we're going to have the two biggest. We went from Trent Brown and Colton Miller to Colton Miller and now Spencer Brown. And Spencer Brown is a big guy. And now Noah's on the clock here with the Raiders again. Noah, what do you see here?
Tell me, Nick, how do you feel about Richie Grant?
Richie Grant is a interesting safety. A little bit of a smaller guy, right? Smaller guy. He could be the guy. I mean, he could be the guy. A little.
Nick, he's here to replace little man LaMarcus.
Could he? Maybe.
Maybe not that good, but
is he the pick?
The guy, Nick. Richie Grant.
Richie Grant's the guy. All right.
I ask you why I keep getting that. I've had the Dolphins. I've had every pick for the Dolphins.
Yeah, this is nuts. This is
maybe
nuts.
this feels that way because they have.
I don't even know who to take anymore. I took a linebacker already. Let me look.
I mean, right now, the current pick, we had this team taking some pretty dang good players. If you looked at the draft, Chase, we got Najee Harris, we have Zavon Collins. I mean, that's one of my favorite drafts.
Deblo from Virginia Tech.
Who was it?
Divine Deblo from Virginia Tech.
Position again? I don't know what position. Safety? Did not scout him. Just got done with them. All right. Washington football team's up. The Washington football team. And look, we're sitting here, all fun and games. I mean, what are we doing? What are we going to do? I mean, all right. Is there a cornerback that's really, yeah. I mean, the only cornerback I still really like that's left here, to be honest with you. Harry Vincent's not bad. Thomas Graham's not terrible. I like Israel Mukumo. This guy's a little bit bigger. He was probably my favorite guy still left on the board. But I'm going to be honest. That's not going to be the guy. We're going to look for a future here. And we're going to take Kyle Trask from Florida. I mean, look, stand behind Ryan Fitzpatrick maybe a year, let him develop and see what you got. But why not take him in the third round? Late third round, take him.
Better every year, so why not?
Yeah. Go ahead. What's the next pick?
Okay.
The Bears.
It's time the Bears help out whoever their quarterback is. I can't think of it right now. And they take Amon-Ra St. Brown.
It's Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton. Yeah, I get Dalton somehow.
Not bad. All right, let's see. That puts this dumpster fire Philadelphia Eagles back on the clock. And
Dumpster fire.
you got so many needs. So many needs. So I don't even know who to take.
I know. Hey, I got you guys don't need an interior defensive lineman?
No, we got Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave. That's one position where we're good.
Because I'm going to be honest with you, Davion Nixon's my top defensive tackle in this year's draft, and he's still sitting out here, and he's very good. I mean, if you want talent.
Interior offensive lineman. So they're going to go Josh Myers here from Ohio State.
There you go. Josh Myers. Good pick there. Good pick there. He's honestly my 5th ranked interior lineman. No, not at all. Now the Titans come up on the board. Need a wide receiver. Need an offensive tackle, right? You know, we're gonna look at wide receiver here, and Dwayne Eskridge is somebody that is pretty dang good. Amir Smith, Morset was actually one of my top guys that I had, but we're gonna take somebody that's interesting. This is an interesting pick. I'm sorry, my dog's stepping all over my papers and stuff. This is an interesting pick right here. That this guy, it reminds me of like a DK Metcalf. Besides his body shape is not close, but he's a big guy that runs extremely fast. That I think has a lot of talent, and we're gonna go with him right here. And Simi Fehoko from Stanford, Davis Mills' buddy. This guy is a big guy.
Stanford.
Big guy.
Ugh.
What's that?
Oh,
I hear you.
That just made me sick to my stomach. Last Stanford receiver I remember being taken as JJ Ortega-Whiteside.
I hear you, but this
Great
guy,
pick.
you gotta understand, 4.39 again. I don't just look at the 40, but 4.39, 6'4". That's
Not good, yeah.
special. All right, Noah, go ahead.
I think it's about time the Jets take a wide receiver.
All right, who do they go with? Do they go with a smaller, speedy guy or a
Dwayne Eskridge, Western Michigan.
Eskridge? Okay.
Send the
All
big
right.
up to regular Michigan.
Steelers
Right
on
there.
the clock, and we're going to go with a curveball here. This might be a later pick, but being that we're only going 3 rounds, the Steelers are going to address the quarterback position and take Jamie Newman.
Jamie Newman. Hey, I like it. This guy, I mean, he's okay. He's okay.
No, he's really not that good. But
No.
I do think the Steelers are going to draft a
He's
quarterback.
not, but hey, who knows?
So,
All right, look.
it'll be later than that, folks. I just wanted to get it out there.
Hey, there was still some good interior offensive linemen, but hey, we all made some.
I've taken like 100. I've taken like 2 linemen for the Steelers already. I think.
I think how many? Yeah, we took a few. Already. I think we took at least
We took one.
one offensive tackle. I think right.
We took a tackle and then running back.
Well, look, then what? Then the Rams right now are just in awe. They're like, thank you. We're gonna go digger guy. We're gonna take Trey Smith from Tennessee, who is another guy that's a pretty good interior lineman here for Tennessee. Like I just said, I'm sorry, going to the LA Rams, and we're at our final few picks here. We got Browns coming up here. Noah Browns, who do you got?
Nick, first off, you know the round's past 96, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. Rather compensatory picks.
Nico Collins.
Nico Collins, big receiver. All right,
All right,
Mike.
that brings the Vikings on the clock. And I think the Vikings go with Ifeatu Melifanu from Syracuse. Nick, any relation to Obi?
Yes, actual brothers. Yes. All right. Now we're sitting here with the Browns, and could we see the two brothers pair up? Could we see the Williams brothers pair up? No, but I am going to address that position of need because I do feel like they kind of need that position a little bit. I know they got Greedy. I know they got Denzel, but they also might want another one. I mean, you look at linebackers, there's really not too many guys here, in my opinion, that you really want to take. Pete Warner's not bad, I'm going to be honest, but I'm going to go and dress the room that's honestly pretty solid, but let's grab one more guy. I think this kid right here, Israel Mukamo, has Mukamo. He's a bigger, longer, lengthier guy that has a lot of potential to be great. And I'm going to go here and bring him to the Cleveland Browns. That puts no on the clock.
Aaron Rodgers, you can finally stop crying. It's the third round where you get your receiver, I guess. Jatarius Atwell.
Tutu Atwell. This guy is an interesting player.
Honestly, it seems like a very Packers-like pick.
He's very shifty. I'll be honest. He's very shifty.
I was talking more the waiting 3 rounds to get your quarterback
that's what I'm saying. He's a shifty guy that you can get in the third round. I mean, he's not bad. Mike,
All right.
who do you got?
All right. I couldn't find him for a minute. I found him. Okay, so we got the Bills on the clock. Man, the Bills, man. I've had this team a couple times. I'm getting sick of them. Let's see who we got. Hold on. We're gonna go with Pete Warner at Ohio State. He's been hanging around too long.
Pete Warner from Ohio State.
How-
Again,
how-
pretty dang good. Pretty dang good linebacker, to be honest with you. Pretty dang good. And right now I'm sitting here and I see that they need a safety, which I'm going to be honest with you. Ardarius Washington is not bad. Andre Cisco, I actually got to go with Andre Cisco here. I like him and I like Caden Stearns all the way down here. Caden Stearns is super fast, but we're going to go with Andre Cisco. This guy can hit like a mad truck. I would almost go with my number one interior defensive lineman here, but I'm going to go and fill out their secondary and take Andre Cisco. Noah, you're up. Final 2 picks, correct, Hugh?
Nick, we've been through this.
Wait, what? How many picks did you say?
The third round ends at 105.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
See, now you're just frustrating Noah. And when Noah gets frustrated, I get frustrated.
Go ahead.
Time to pair someone up with that big Vita Vea type guy.
Thank you. Take him.
Milton
Tommy Togai.
What the hell?
I'm a big fan of Togai, Nick.
All right.
Big fan. 6'2", 300. Yeah. All right.
That's fine. All right, so now New England is on the clock.
No, wait, time out. You wanted to pair up somebody. You want somebody that reminds me just like Vita Vea is Tyler Shelvin. The 6'3", 300.
I didn't mean you want two literal pounds of bags of sand in the middle.
I know. I like Davion Nixon. He's still here.
Make my pick.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think this is a perfect fit for the New England Patriots. This is their type of player. Kenneth Gainwell, running back out of Memphis.
Absolutely, and this is something that they can definitely. Now they got him and Rondale Moore in this mock draft. All right, we're here right now with the Ravens. The Ravens are up, and I just took their safety. No, sorry, wait, no, I'm sorry. We're at the Chargers here. I'm sorry, the screen's not moving good for me. All right, here we go. So we're at the Chargers.
It doesn't move anymore because we're at the end of
I know, we're at the end. That's the issue, and then you guys are blocking it, so I can't really say. All right, so look, we're sitting here. The Chargers are up. Safety, wide receiver, interior lineman. We're looking at the safety position, and I'm going to go with Caden Stearns, who's my next guy who I really like. Again, this guy runs a 4.4 40. He's fast on film. I like what I see from him. Has a lot of potential. Pair him up with Derwin James, and if Derwin James can stay healthy, these two will be pretty dang good together.
You probably can't.
And here we go. Chaz Surratt.
The quarterback linebacker hybrid. And yes, it's a quarterback.
Nick, they need a second quarterback line hybrid.
Yeah, exactly. He'll probably be throwing some passes.
Jameis Winston, Chaz Surratt, and Taysom Hill. It's the perfect trio.
I hear you. All right, Mike, you're up.
The Cowboys are going to select Stone. I don't know how to say his last name.
Forsythe.
Hold on, my phone is ringing.
You're good. Stone Forsythe.
Yes, sir. Offensive tackle from Florida. Stone Forsythe.
All right. I'm sitting here right now, and I'm saying to myself, "You're good." Right now, I'm sitting to myself, and I'm saying to myself, "Well, look, there's a few offensive tackles. I mean, we can go and take Walker Little, but we're gonna go here. We're gonna go and say we're gonna go and take the guy that I think that is sitting down here way too long, and we're gonna take my number one defensive tackle and Davion Nixon. This guy is a stud. I'm a big fan of his, and we're gonna go with him right then and there. Noah, you're up.
Tyson Campbell.
That's frustrating right there. Hold on.
Tyson
Corner,
Campbell.
I missed the last
Back.
couple. Hold on. Some weirdo was calling me. I don't know who.
Georgia.
It was Davion Nixon and Tyson Campbell. You said.
Yep. And now you're up with the Niners.
Oh,
Trey Lance is under center.
hold on.
They got Russo to pair up with Bosa.
Yep.
Davion Nixon and who was the Lions pick?
Campbell. Tyson
Campbell.
Campbell, cornerback.
Okay. Yep. All right, so that puts the Niners on the clock. And they're going to take the Niners. No. I don't like that. Never mind. I changed my mind. The Niners are going to go with. Who do you think they can use this? Niners are going to go with a guy that is a typical San Francisco 49er player, Chuba Hubbard.
Chuba, a fast-ass corner.
Oklahoma State. That's what they like. They like their fast running backs.
All right. Now we're sitting here and we're at the Rams. The Rams, really, I mean, you got Matthew Stafford, okay? I'm going to look at a few positions here. I'm going to look around and see what we got. They need a linebacker, it says. I'm really not willing to pull the plug on any of these guys.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
A cornerback. Oh my. He's all the way down there. Well, no, there's a good cornerback left in this draft.
take them.
Marco Wilson from Florida. This guy, I got him ranked as one of my top cornerbacks in the draft. Huge fan of Marco Wilson. And we're at the final two picks here now, Noah. Go ahead.
Janarius Robinson, edge rusher out of Florida State.
Jamarius Robinson from Florida State. And Mike, this is a pick. The end all be all. Who is it?
Hold on.
The New Orleans Saints.
All right, so that puts the Saints on the clock. The guy I want to just went, unfortunately. So they're going to go with tight end Hunter Long out of Boston College.
How long? Again, you pair. Yeah, look, that helps. That helps them.
They need a player at that tight end position. So
Here it is, fellas. Here is the draft. So here we go. I'm going to go right down to the draft here. I mean, I'm going to scroll through. You're more than welcome to hit pause. We got Lawrence, Wilson, Lance, Pitts, Sewell, Chase, Smith, Slater, Jones, Horn, Waddle, Surtain, Eichenberg, Vera Tucker, Fields, Parsons, Barmore, Harris, Owusu, Koromoa, Leatherwood, Darsaw, Farley, Etienne, Jenkins, Bateman, Pay, Moore, Tony, Newsome, Phillips, Cosme, Ujulari in the first. In the second, Morridge, Stokes, Oway, Collins, Wallace, Marshall, Samuel Jr., Davis, Browning, Dickerson, Russo, Basham, Williams, Moore, Tryron, Brown, Joseph, Osai, Raduns, Mond, Holland, Rodgers, Adebo, Humphrey, Christensen, Moses, Unzuwarke, Levi for short, Sean Wade, Carter, Carmen, Davis, Cleveland, and last but not least, the final round. Robinson,
The draft
Cox,
only 3 rounds.
yes, Robinson, Cox, Perkins, Mills, Tremble, Nasir Ladine, Mayfield, Bolton, Fryermuth, Johnson, Jordan, Roche, Molden, Turner, Brown, Grant, Diablo, Trask, St. Brown, Myers, Fehoko, Eskridge, Newman, Smith, Collins, Melifamu, Mukamu, Atwell, Warner, Cisco, Togai.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Well,
Nick.
Stearns, Surratt, Forsyth, Nixon, Campbell, Hubbard, Marco Wilson, Steele right there, I'll tell you. Janorius Robinson and Hunter Long. Ladies and gentlemen, that's that. That is the draft, or a little mock draft that we did. What else? Anything else from you guys? What do you think? I think that was a pretty good mock draft.
solid.
I think one of us did amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
I saw no Mike.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon. Peace. We are.
Built better.
See you guys soon. Peace.
Built better.